Now it's the 19th of the 11th 2017, and I'm going to dedicate this video out to subscribers and also people that run other channels. Now we've got Poker Guy, this kind subscriber, and this true friend as well that sends in images and footage. He's got his own channel, and I'd like you, if possible, to try and subscribe or look at his videos. Very interesting. This guy is 100%. He's looking at this situation himself. I'm going to play this video for you.
Just want to show you what showed up just now. Look at it. It's there. It's like a neon color. This phone sucks. See it? There's a debris trail off it back, going back.
Okay, now that video just come in as well. I mean, that's more evidence, isn't it? There is something that's out there. People are noticing the dim, dark skies at 12 PM as well. Let's move on to another video from another kind person. Here we have another kind person, a great friend as well, Alex. Now, Alex works very hard as well. He's a researcher, and he's looking out to those skies. And he's picked up a video clipping from David Dobbs, another fantastic man. There's lots of researchers out there that's working very hard. I'm going to play this video for you as well. And Alex, big respect to you.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of PXU. It's Alex here. It's 11/17/2017. What are the odds of having a possible sighting of Dave Dobbs objects? To me, I think it is. Maybe it's not, but I need your guys' help. That's the whole purpose of having this Nibiru community. Having, you know, not only us, you guys help get your guys' input in here. Help us help you guys out and help us understand too. Well, what I'm going to show you is there's going to be an object of interest. It's going to be almost like that fist of Dave Dobbs everyone was capturing that was seen in Mexico not too long ago. Well, let's play it and you'll see, guys. I'm going to forward it a little bit faster so we can get to it, so I won't bore you guys, so we can get to the point, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the object right here, as you can see it. That's the object right there. I'll let it sit there for a while. We'll fast forward it in the end, and then we're going to see another video that captures it on the other side. Did they go down all the way? As you can see, the object right there, still right there, as it goes down. I think right there they're looking at the chemtrail sky, and it's still there in the sky. See it going down? Still during the day. It's during the sunset during the south.
So we have to admit that that is spectacular, isn't it? There's lots of things that are showing up all over the place now. Objects, different reflections. I mean, and also many truthers out there that are trying to get the truth out. So again, Alex, fantastic, mate. Okay, we've got a fantastic researcher everybody's fully aware of, Mr. Dave Dobbs. Now, this guy is fully aware of the system, and he's been trying his hardest to get the truth out, which he's doing a fantastic job. I'm just going to play this video as well because, again, we've got to respect all our researchers.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, Dave Dobbs here. It's the 1st of November. I'm in Glastonbury. It's quite interesting because, you know, I've been going on this whole thing about Nibiru and that sort of stuff, and I've been very sort of concerned about where's the best place to be and what have you as we come into this big time. And I've been going through a massive, great process as well with the whole movement of Nibiru and Planet X, Nemesis, whatever you want to call it really. And on the screen recording I've got going here, we've got Nibiru Weeks Away, How Prepared Are You Really? And that was last year. I posted that last year as we came to the big 25th of January passing, which I predicted would pass on the 25th of January. And I also said we were going to have a massive earthquake on the original, on this model here. If I click on that, I wish that worked. 24th of, so I predicted it would be on the 24th of November 2016, and that's when I pictured. And if you can see this this model here, that I think it says it's full screen unavailable, but in that model you see two points. I wonder if it would just play that for a shake. You can see there's 2 points there. You can see that you've got Nibiru here, and you've got Nibiru here, and you've got planet X here, and you've got planet X here, and you've got Earth here, and you've got Earth here. So we've got 2 points, and we've got 2 points that really affect, and this is very out of scale, but nonetheless, we understand. If I go to we'll pull up. Let me just pull up over here, and we go to let's go to my channel, and let's go to my videos, and we see I mean, you can see I've made a lot of videos on Planet X over the last few years, but you can understand that the earthquake here, where I've got my cursor here, anomalous earthquakes, North Korea, or North Korean nukes, or Nibiru, I guess that's going to say. That was on the 22nd of November 2016. And
Okay, again, these guys are true researchers. And please subscribe to Alex, and please subscribe to Dave as well. Let's move on to another channel as well that's bringing out the truth. Here's another kind friend. Emails, and he brings out some fantastic images, and also so much excellent of the truth as well, as part of the community, as we need to keep strong for each other. Now I'm going to play Jeff's video to show you again that these people are so in tune with this situation.
Beaver Watcher, it is November 18th, 2017, and I am on Bondi Beach in Australia on the 15th, so you're in the time frame, and I believe what we're going to see here are the fast moving high-speed moons that orbit planet X, because they're all going to come to view, and I have a compilation of this and the past evidence of this from around the world. So let's dive right into what we're about to see frame by frame. Now in this time lapse, these cameras, this particular camera takes a shot every 110 seconds. So they're roughly a minute apart. Now let's watch frame by frame of what you're going to see appearing in the sky. Now we see the first shadowy object. These objects have been getting darker, and I'm going to go back all the way back to April over Germany. So let's watch this object. Again, if this would have been a streaming video, it would have been moving very quickly across the sky, like we're going to see a little later in this video. So frame by frame, we keep seeing this. What are these? Are these birds? Are these insects flying across the sky? we shall see, because I'm going to go back and forward through the archives, and you're never going to see this again. But you will see small, tiny little birds flying like insects, very small, inside the screen. Here I believe the object is actually shadowing the beach itself. Here it is in the sky. Now, depending on where the source of light is and where shadows are being cast, sometimes they'll be on the ground, sometimes they're not. Frame by frame, this one here I believe is being cast on the ground in front of this, but it's very fast moving. These people have been too distracted to see a shadow passing in front of them in the realm of a single minute. Notice in a single click. See how fast that happens. Each click of the mouse is a 1 minute time frame.
Okay, there's a short clip from Jeff P. Now, Jeff, again, is a genuine researcher. We are all researchers to finding the truth, to picking up objects that are on the screen that's different. We've got to think out of the box as well. It's very important. So again, Jeff, big respect to you. And let's move on to another subscriber and also other channels. Here we have Stephen Spaulding, another Nibiru researcher. He's always out, searching the skies, picking up different red reflections that have not been here before. He knows the system is coming. He knows the truth. People need to start to wake up because the skies have changed. Let me play Stephen's video. It's very important as well.
Shh. Looking like it's got a Santa hat on. Trying to hide it in the mug, man. Wow, look at the red. Oh my gosh. Heck, see, nah. It looks like ships trying to cover up something in the south. I can't believe that this is in the south right now. This is just stupid. Looks like a giant delineation, a big red delineation. Right there. Oh my gosh. And there's one right there.
Again, a fantastic guy, and please subscribe to his channel because he's out, again as I said, all the time searching the heavens. Here we have another excellent channel, Mr. Steve Olson, very kind friend, emails, and also he is a true researcher and he's been doing this now for a very long time. He knows his stuff, and it's very important that we watch his videos and how he demonstrates and also speaks through everything, because this system is here now and it's so important to keep searching and also just watching and noticing what these kind people are doing. Let's play Steve's video.
Hey everybody, it's Steve Olson, WSO. This United States, this is a security camera, very high resolution security camera. I'm going to play the whole thing in its entirety, sped up, time lapsed, but it's an hour's worth of footage that I condensed down to, I think about, time lapsed it down to about 15 minutes or so, 13 minutes or something like that. But check this out. I'm not saying, guys, what I think it is. I'm not sure what it is, okay? It doesn't seem to move, or at least it's not moving fast enough to discern it moving, okay? Although it is rotating, okay? So, comments below.
All I'm offering is the truth.
Far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
We all need to learn as much as we can about everything that we can, because one thing I have learned in my life is that most of what we have ever been taught has been a lie, 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 has been a lie.
Just another fantastic video that's brought out by Steve Olson. And look at the timestamp just to the lower corner, 2:08:58 seconds. Now to the right side, as we've been saying all the time, the skies are starting to become darker. So again, thank you, Steve, and hope to speak to you soon, and God bless you. Here we have another fantastic channel, Becky Lewis. Now, this kind person has been researching for a long time. She's studied the moon and she's been studying the skies for many years. Another researcher that's just wanting the truth to come out. I'm going to play Becky's video for you.
This is Becky Lewis in Central Indiana, and this evening I am bringing to you the pictures that I spoke about from my video from yesterday, and which is a follow-up video to the other videos I made starting on September the 30th and then October 1st and 2nd. Plus I had a video of the pictures that I released at the same time as the live video. So, and then just yesterday, or was that earlier today, I've lost track of time. It was like, what, this says 22 hours ago. But anyway, so I'm doing the pictures from this video now. So without further ado, friends, I would like to blow your mind. These are some amazing, astonishing pictures, friends. And I am not going to tell you what to believe or not believe or think they look like or don't think they look like. I'm just going to simply show you these pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and enlarge in its original shape. This was a snapshot. You can see the time date stamp on there. This was a snapshot from the camera versus a screen capture. So I just want to enlarge that and let you look at it as is before I show you the filters. Look at that. Look at all this, friends. And this beautiful, beautiful formation, which is the one I mentioned yesterday in my live video that I showed you a bit of the older video I did called The Flying Box and the Sun's Friend. Makes the same sort of a matrixed looking face. But just look at that, friends. Let's go next. Look at this. Is that beautiful? That is just absolutely gorgeous. Zoom in a little more. There we go.
Fantastic. So please subscribe to Becky Lewis. She's one of the amazing researchers out there that's constantly studying the skies, knows the system's coming. Just fantastic. And I'm now going to move to another fantastic person. Here we have Cherise Nelson, another fantastic friend, and she works very hard to get the truth out as well, and some just excellent videos showing the skies and going through different details. Please subscribe to this fantastic person. I'm now going to play this video.
Good evening, everybody. It is September the 20th, 2017. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I wanted to go over this psalm with you guys this evening. The Lord has put it on my heart the last couple of days, and has pointed some things out to me, and some revelation about some things that sometimes we encounter or we go through, and we do not realize what is going on. And so what the Lord has pointed out to me is, as we see here in this psalm, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. As we look at pastures, it is a habitation, a house, or a pleasant place. We are supposed to be in that place with the Lord, and it is supposed to be a peaceful place. We are supposed to habitate in that place at all times. And what the Lord wanted to point out to me is sometimes we do habitate in that place with the Lord, and sometimes we think we are, but we're not. Sometimes we become content with our bondages and our chains that we are in, whether that be our circumstances, our issues, and our strongholds and defense walls we have put up from our past, whether we have at one time maybe been closer to the faith, and then we rebelled and we backed away. Whatever the reason may be, we can go through our current circumstances and situations in life and think that we are at a peaceful state, but we're really not. We seek out other things and to give us peace, to bring peaceful moments. And sometimes when we do that, we really avoid the state of our heart.
Fantastic message out to the world. And again, this kind lady is working very hard to show the truth. So please subscribe to her channel, because she is one of the truthers out there as well that's working very hard. Here we have another kind, respected man as well, crisis actor. Now this chap hasn't stopped, he's still going, and he's working ever so hard to try and get that evidence out as well, picking up objects on webcams all across the world. And you've got to take your hat off to this guy as well, because he is a full believer and he knows the truth. Let's play this video as well for you.
To the southwest, it's 2:54 p.m. and we've got this large object right here. So we'll just progress forward. backwards, forwards again. You can see the lens flare from the sun up here. So this is not a lens flare. There she is. Here we have a rather spectacular chemtrail sent in by a subscriber. And it looks to me like this may be a planetary object that they are trying to obscure. Looks like we have a jet over here with a normal contrail. But this is certainly quite spectacular.
Another fantastic researcher. We are all trying to get the truth out, and all the videos you've seen of the different researchers on this footage are all fantastic. We're all working hard as a community. We are all working hard. The subscribers and other truthers as well. It is overwhelming the amount of evidence that's coming through of what's happening in our skies, what's being seen as well. Here's another truther, slightly slanted sleuth for the truth. And it just rings right, doesn't it? Because again, this is another truther showing you what is happening to our skies. And he works ever so hard as well. And please subscribe to his channel. I'm going to play this video for you as well.
Good evening, folks. I'm coming at you from Oakdale, Minnesota. And I'm coming at you on a very serious note right now. I want everybody to listen to me carefully. There is no choice you have except to love and help your fellow man, woman, whatever be the case. And I say that because of stuff like this. That ain't nothing until I move it. Do you see what I see? Do you see the interdimensional creatures in front of thee? Do you see what I see?
Okay, now there is lots of things that are going on up there, and objects. I get lots of emails, thousands upon thousands of emails, explaining and stating that there is other things up there that's being photographed. And I've got heaps of photos that have got strange formations, strange objects, things that move through the sky. I've got all that to place and put onto different videos for the future. And I will get through. I mean, I'm overwhelmed with many images and pictures, and I will get them onto screen in later videos. But again, this kind man that's out, he can see things and he's just wanting the truth to come out. Here is a well-known researcher as well, and a good friend. Spoke to each other for many times in the past, Mr. Prep Aussie. Now, this guy is amazing. He speaks through the banking system. He speaks the truth. He knows that things are collapsing, and he knows about the system. So I'm going to play this video for you as well, and please subscribe to his channel.
Prep Aussie here. I hope you're all well in whatever part of the world you're watching this video. Today is the 29th of the 10th, 2017, and the time here is 09:11 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Okay, folks, you might be wondering why I've got this up on the screen. The simple reason is that David Morgan, the gentleman on the right, is actually a watcher of my show. And I've been a very avid follower of David's for a good couple of years now. And I've made no secret of the fact that I initially got into all this via the financial side of things. And, you know, the rabbit went down the hole and I kept on going and blah, blah, blah. But initially, it was USA Watchdog and, you know, shows like that and the Morgan Report that initially got me into all this. And David and I communicate, not all the time, but every now and again, just to say good day. And between himself, Bill Halter, if you watch USA Watchdog at all, Bill Halter, Rob Kirby, they have a particular way of speaking which is similar to mine, and it's very straightforward and no nonsense. There's no fluff to it. David tells you exactly how things are, and will continue to do so. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because David's mentioned to me that he's got a symposium, or there is a symposium in Melbourne. This one, Precious Metals Symposium. And it's a 2-day event on the 9th and the 10th of November. And David is a keynote speaker at this event. If you know anything at all about what is going on, folks, and you're in Melbourne or Sydney or wherever and you want to get to this thing, I can guarantee you it'll be well worthwhile going down there because, look, as we all know, and, you know, don't even have to tell you, but how they've kept this thing going this long is just a mystery to everyone. Nothing's changed. The system's not only broken, it's absolutely destroyed. And we are very soon going to wake up one day and gold's going to be $30,000 an ounce and silver's going to be close behind it. And you won't be able to buy food, you know, all this sort of stuff. What's coming is going to be dire. And if you're not prepared and you're not somewhat clever to at least put even 5% of, I say your portfolio because that's the word everybody uses, but your income into precious metals, then, you know, you shouldn't be watching my show because I've rabbited on about it for years now. And look, that doesn't mean you have to go and buy gold bars or silver bars or anything like that. Do what I did. I went down to the jewelers and I bought heaps of gold and silver chains. Why? Because they're portable, they're easy to hold. I wear them. You can't steal them off me. Well, you can, but I tell you what, it's going to be one hell of an event for you. My point being is that you just don't, you know, there's other ways around these things. I don't know whether you know this or not, but silver, you can buy silver from the jewelers in chains, at almost 96% clarity. So gold's the same. You can buy.
Okay, that's Mr. Prep Aussie, and he's right, isn't he? That we've got to be very careful of government and try and wake up to the truth because it's right in our faces now. Let's move on to another fantastic channel. Here we have Mr. John Moore. Now, this chap as well is so in tune with the truth. He is fully aware that this system is coming, and he is a true researcher. He has his own radio show as well on YouTube, and it's so important to please subscribe to his channel and listen to his morning shows. It's very important because I do this every morning when I get the chance to listen to his programs. So again, I'm going to play this fantastic video.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is J.R. Moore coming to you live from deep in the mountains of the Missouri Ozarks. On Friday, the 17th day of November, year of our Lord 2017, welcome to the John Moore Show. Prepper tip of the day, I want to encourage all of you to get your winter car kits together. Winter car kits. It's going to vary depending on where you live. If you live in an area where they have gates on the interstate highway, if you've never been north, you don't know what I'm talking about. Once you get far enough north, they have gates on the interstate highway to keep you from getting on the interstate and to force you to get off because of violent snow, ice conditions. That's where you know you're in some serious winter areas. So get your car kit together. You can figure this out. Make sure you've got what you need. A way to keep warm, a little extra food, a way to charge up your cell phone, for example, if the car is dead, a way to signal people that you're stuck in the snow, some kind of bright orange fabric that you can get up high above the car, because the car will get covered up with snow. So there's more to it. That's just a quick overview. We have a patient waiting in the green room, my friend Tom Berryhill. Tom is a gentleman who began his lifelong quest to become very experienced in radio frequency engineering and radio communications, especially ham radio communications, just more than half a century ago. And we're going to focus, at least starting out, on power supplies for the...
You just got to love this man. He's a true researcher, and he's done documentaries as well in the past, and I admire the guy. I admire all of you researchers, and people sending in photographs and footage, and all the channels that have been showing now. We are a community. We've got to stick and be strong as a community. We also have another fantastic guy that's been working so hard, sending out true information of what's been happening around the world, earthquakes, Yellowstone, and lots of other information, speaking with physicists and many other people, many other truthers as well. Scott, this guy is fantastic. Let me play this video for you as well.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. It is November 15th, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't seen a sunspot in some time, but one has arisen. Sunspot 2687 is quickly moving towards the center of the sun, meaning Earth-facing. This sunspot is in the equatorial region of the sun, slightly below. And I've been watching this sunspot and this activity over the last couple of days as it turns towards the Earth. What I've done in the rest of this video is compile current images of the solar activity and the activity coming from this sunspot. We've already seen a pretty significant increase in seismic activity, earthquake activity, worldwide. Over the last 48 hours, we've also seen an increase in very, very deep earthquakes in the South Pacific. Some of them reaching over 600 kilometers deep. So sit back, check out the information that I have for you here, and this is all related to this new sunspot, which will be turning towards Earth within the next 48 hours.
And it does get very interesting as we go through to the different channels, doesn't it? I mean, there is many of them out there that's working very hard, and we've got to pay our respects to every single one of them. Just fantastic. Anyway, so I'm going to go to another channel, and big respect to you as well, Scott. Now let's not forget about the past as well, because we've got to pay our respects to people that work so hard to try and get the truth out as well. Mr. Dill Martin, I've had many of emails. We spoke to each other through emails quite a lot, and it was sad to see him go. But I'm keeping up the faith, because I'm going to continue to email Dill as well, and I do believe he will possibly come back. So I'm going to play this video in respect to this fantastic friend as well, to the community.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
So again, I will continue to try and get through to Dill Martin, and I'm going to move on to other channels as well. So big respect to you if you're listening, Dill. Here we have another fantastic truther, researcher, Pies and Cakes. Everyone's familiar with this guy. He works very hard. He's always there scanning the skies. We're all sky watchers. We're always out to search for the truth. So I'm going to play now Pies and Cakes video.
On YouTube, how we doing? Let's just take a quick look at that. You know what I mean? Just take a quick look at that. Why is it putting out its own light source? Right there, you can see the clouds around it. You know what I mean? Kind of being illuminated off of it. And the sun comes up over here somewhere. There's that crazy tiger skin color. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Looks like the sun kicking over there, but you know what I'm saying? It comes up over here. Now it's closing, Well, look at the light, it's still emitting from it, so. Alright guys, short burst of love from way out here, that tiger skin color, sky right there, whatever. It's more of a pink than a yellow, but that's what it looks like on film. Alright guys, short burst of love from way out here. Love you guys, man. Thanks.
So again, just another fantastic truther, and please subscribe to his channel because he's out all the time researching the skies, and he can see the different colours and the system that's coming in. So big respect to you. Here's another truther, fantastic lady as well, that works very hard, and she speaks to other researchers, J7409, and she's on this video speaking with Marshall Masters. This guy knows his stuff. He knows about the system. He's made some fantastic videos as well. And this lady as well is a true researcher. And I'd like to play this video as well.
Welcome to the J7409 hangout today with my special guest, Mr. Marshall masters. This man has wrote books, done studies. He knows so much about Planet X, and it's a pleasure to have you as a guest, Mr. Masters. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, I always enjoyed talking to a seeker of truth. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much, sir. That's what we're really here about, is to try to find out the truth about Planet X. Before we even get started, you know, I want to say one thing. Planet X is kind of like aliens. You either believe in it or you don't. And
I would say it's another way.
So many years.
Yeah, I would say that, but excuse me, but it's more like, it's not whether you believe it, it's whether you choose to ignore the mountains of evidence. You know, with ufology, there are mountains of evidence. There are mountains of testimony, and people still go, God, I don't know about that. Same thing with Planet X.
Yes, sir. And Planet X has so many different names. I'll let you go over just a few of them when you start. But before you start, I know you've been studying Planet X since around 2001. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right.
January.
You have a special website too, right?
Yes, it's YOWUSA.com.
Okay, and you have many books, so go ahead and tell everybody and give them your YouTube, how they can contact you there, like your name that's on YouTube. I found you myself, but everything, give them everything in any way that they can contact you. Go ahead and tell them everything.
Sure enough. My main publishing website is yowza.com. That's YOWUSA.com. And you can also find it with, hold on a second here. You can also, my cell phone's going nuts here. Let me just turn it off so I don't get interrupted.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do too.
And thank you for being patient. YOWUSA.com, yourownworldusa.com, is my main published website. From there, you can get to everything. Let me just go ahead and share my screen here for a second, and then that way you can see what I'm talking about. We tried this in rehearsal, so let's see if it works again, huh?
Hopefully it will.
Hopefully. There we go. Are you seeing my homepage? Good. All right. This is my main website, YOWUSA.com, yowza.com. And from here, all of my publishing, going back to 2000 actually, is here. It's a new updated front end on the website. Also, my own podcast show, now on Cut to the Chase. That's, for those that want to hear my current one, and my topics are really about survival. That's my thing. So the one I'm doing right now is survival, wellness, advocacy, life and death in a global catastrophe. It's a substantial 3-part video or audio podcast, and it's free to the public. And for those that are looking for something that's more positive, I mean, one of the things that really annoys me, to be honest, is all the negativity. Yeah, you know, we're going to be in deep kimchi. It's going to leave a mark, yada, yada, yada. It's going to hurt. But I also see things that can come out of it that are very beautiful and very powerful. And so it's always important to hold hope dear, because surviving just for the sake of survival, it's not going to work. That's all. You know, after a while, if you're planning for confrontation and you're planning for gadgets, they give up. You got to focus on comfort and continuity. For those that are new to the topic of Planet X, just go to my website. And at the top, you'll see a link that just says YouTube. Click on that. That's going to have my YouTube channel, Yowbooks, which is YOWBOOKS. I also have another channel, YOWUSA, and that is the one where I do reposts. But if you click on the first link, YouTube, what I have is I call Quick Immersion. It's 100 minutes to come up to speed on Planet X. The first one is Planet X 101, who, what, why, where, when, and how. And I step you by through the process. I'm talking about going back a few hundred years. The search for Planet X is very old. And then up to my most current video, and this is the one you were interested in, we're going to be talking about today, which is Planet X System Update number 1. So that's where you will just head there, and everything from there, it's linked central to everything I do.
Okay, we all know that Marshall Masters is absolutely right, and he is a true researcher. I mean, he's been working so hard to try and get the public to wake up to this. And J7409, the kind lady with the channel as well, is fantastic. So that's moved to other channels now. Now everybody knows this guy, don't they? They know that this was a true researcher as well, and I respected this man all along. I've made videos and I've explained and spoke about this gentleman, and sadly passed away, Lloyd Pye. This guy is amazing. I've read books, I've studied this man, and I've picked up a lot of information as well. And I just want to play this last video off this channel as well, just in respect of this fantastic man.
Into that forming solar system at around 4 billion years ago, which we extrapolate and assume because all of them were still very plasmid, still very much lava-ish, able to pull moons out of themselves, and we know that the solar system formed at around 4.6 billion years ago, so at around 4 billion years ago would have been the time approximately when this would have happened. Okay, Nibiru comes in, and as it's a stray planet like the one we saw a few months ago being slung out of the binary star system on the news, we all saw that, probably something like that. It's captured by the gravitational pull of the large outer planets, swung around the sun, captured by the sun, and is caught in an elliptical orbit like a comet, moving clockwise as opposed to the counterclockwise circles of the other planets. Well, as you can see, there's the capacity for real problems here with one going one way and one going the other. And in the second time around, Nibiru collides head-on with Tiamat at planetary speeds. This is a collision. Okay? Next slide. This whole thing now is described in the great Sumerian epic of creation called the Enuma Elish, which is 6 tablets of action, 1 tablet of summation, which is taken to be by many people the basis for the 6 days of creation and the 1 day of rest. Because much of the Old Testament is a direct come down from the Sumerians. And if you know the Sumerian history and you read your Sitchin, you will know that, or my stuff, you will see that that is the case. Now, in that great epic of creation, the Enuma Elish, six of the major puzzles of modern astronomy and Earth geology are, I think, plausibly answered. You heard Alan's interpretation of some of it. I'm going to give you mine and give you the basic Sitchin explanation. Okay? What they say is that in the collision, Nibiru slams into Tiamat. It is a little more held together. It's older, and so it is coalesced more. It holds together. Tiamat is shattered in two, blown apart, torn in half. And that the lighter outer crust, the crust with the water on it, is scattered in all directions. Boom. Just an explosion, the lighter crust, and goes off with the water. Now, one of the great mysteries of modern-day astronomy is comets. Comets make no sense for this reason. They come from all over the place. In a linear universe, when, you know, the great ball of a primordial cloud of dust and gas swirling around flattens out into a pancake to make the solar system, that's the ecliptic. Everything formed in the ecliptic should be in the ecliptic. Nothing should be out of the ecliptic, and yet comets come from all over the place. So they had to be removed out to where they are some kind of way, but we don't have any idea. So they come up with this fantastic thing called the Oort cloud, which is so far away you can't imagine. The Oort cloud is one of the biggest jokes out there. And that's how they explain comets, because they can't explain them any other way. But The problem with comets is they have water in them. And anything out in space is not going to produce water. You produce water by being a cooling planet with lava spewing up the steam and stuff like that, and it condenses, etc. So comets have to begin in a planet. Now, this explains it, I think, plausibly well. Nothing that they will throw at you to explain comets will do it. All right, number two, the other great mystery, the asteroid belt. What they say is that the inner viscous magma inside Tiamat in the collision was strung out, the bowels of the planet, the guts were ripped out and strung out and broke into little pieces. That's the asteroid belt. They called it the hammered bracelet, we call it the asteroid belt. But there it is. And that's a fairly plausible explanation for it. Again, this doesn't make sense because, as you heard, the exploded planet theory, problem is, when a planet explodes, it ought to just go boom everywhere. It shouldn't be hanging around. Doesn't make sense for a number of reasons. Okay, now, the third one is Pluto. Pluto's a problem because it's, as you've all been hearing lately, they're trying to downgrade it. It doesn't belong. It doesn't fit. It has an orbit that's not like the others. It carries inside the orbit of Neptune, and it's 17 degrees off the ecliptic. Again, nothing should be off the ecliptic. What they say is that Nibiru, as it swung around, it pulled Pluto away from Saturn, its original home, and dropped it out where it is now. Now, all astronomers know Pluto is not a natural planet. It started life as a moon of an inner planet. They know that. But they have no idea how it could have gotten moved out to where it is. Here you go. Here's a reasonable answer right here. Now,
we do all have our different beliefs, but Lloyd Pye was a classic. He was a fantastic guy that stood up and spoke out. And this is what us researchers do. We want to speak out to make sure people understand. And I'm going to go on this video now. So I've got many photographs, many pieces of video as well from people from all across the world, and I will show these. I'm going to build this video now. Once I've sorted this one out, I am now going to start this fresh video that will be uploaded later on. So take care, and please, again, check those channels because they're just all fantastic people that are working so hard. And if I haven't shown your channel as a research on this video, please, again, just carry on. And we've got to remain positive.